Hello, comrades, and welcome to episode 224 of the Terminus podcast for the weeks of January 21st. It says 21st. It should be 20th. 2024. I'm your host, Ellis, otherwise known as the Admiral. We have an all-horseman podcast today comprising of myself, Jacob Durbin, Nicholas Wakefield, TJ Sicotio, and Nicholas Christensen. And our second co-host there is Riding High. Would you like to tell us why, Achilles?
Why am I riding high?
Yeah.
Because the Lions are going to the NFC Championship, baby.
Yeah, and I'm right there with you because my team's terrible this year.
I got the shirt on.
You got the shirt on. He put the shirt on after the game ended, which I don't know how that's supposed to work.
I don't like wearing anything Lions when they're playing.
Okay. And superstition's weird. I mean, whatever. You know what? It won you the game, so whatever you want. It's next week there will be approximately 13 people crammed into my house, including all of the people on this call.
Yeah.
And we will be going to the Big E. I'll talk more about that in local service, but first the train will terminate at this station.
Today we are on the Northeast Corridor on a brand new cam located in a horseman favorite, New London, Connecticut. Probably the only tolerable city in Connecticut. Because Connecticut isn't real. New London and Essex.
Yeah.
The only part of Connecticut that's New England.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a favorite because it's in Connecticut, but it is acceptable.
So I go Hong Kong here.
Yeah, that's true.
Is Connecticut even real?
This is a camera. It's pointing at the pier where you got that alcoholic lemonade, Jader, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's pointing
I think it is that
yeah,
pier.
you're right. That's the same one.
Yeah. Good times.
There's only so many spots in New London you can hang a webcam, I guess. Anyway, Manual of Responsibility, starting with Canadian National. Oh, I only have one of the CP incidents? Okay, interesting. A train derailed in rural Manitoba. I did not know whose train this was, but somebody tagged it. So I'm going to take their word for it and assume this is in fact Canadian National. I don't think there's any audio on the video, but it's just sort of panning around the wreck site as they're trying to clean up. You can't really tell anything about what happened. A few days later, CPKC had... This is not a wreck, but this is definitely an incident. It definitely belongs here. A train stalled on Rutledge Hill in Iowa, which, for the record, I did not know there were any hills in Iowa.
That's the only hill in Iowa.
And
every division has the hill.
Yeah.
Every division has the hill.
The hill.
And it says it rolls, but I'm going to say it slid backward down the hill in the snow towards a diamond with BNSF, where there was a train that was actively clearing the diamond. But the train managed to clear it, and the CPKC crew was able to bring the train to a stop just 20 feet away from it. Yeah.
I can only imagine the words of the crew. Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap!
Yeah. Here's a quote from the crew. "We're going back to the yard whether we like it or not. It doesn't look good." A crew member said, noting that the train was in emergency, but, quote, sliding backward and gaining speed.
Yep. Oh no.
Ride. Mr. Bones' wild ride.
It is worth noting that the BNSF train cleared the diamond, like, right before the CP train came through.
Yeah, it was kind of it makes it sound like it was a real movie moment.
Yeah.
That's definitely got my vote. I don't care what the rest of this is. I don't care if another Ohio town is leveled. No, what actually got leveled was a truck carrying hamburger helper.
Hamburger.
Got hit by a UP train. Hundreds of hamburger helper boxes were thrown into the snow.
That's
And
probably my vote.
And the kids ate well that week.
Yeah, they're just... Honestly, it's not as catastrophic as it makes it sound. It busted open the end of the trailer. There's hamburger helper on the ground. But,
Everywhere.
Yeah. It's not... I've seen worse. We've seen worse with other food items.
Yeah.
In particular. Then the last one of the period was CSX on the 18th. It involves a car that took a right onto the tracks. It pulled an Ashland. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about if I say that. Tried to make the turn onto a street and mistook track for street, I guess, and just turned directly onto the tracks.
Well, that happened in New York.
Yeah.
Yes, like a couple days ago.
Yeah,
is that what we're talking about?
Yeah,
that's what we're talking about.
This is the CSX one. It's just This is just what happens in Ashland, and then the car just gets whacked by a stack train. Pretty uneventful. But the links to all of these will be in our cargoes document, which is linked in the description. And I should probably say things at the top of the show, like in the cargoes document, you can subscribe to the community channel where we post our playdates, and you can check out some of the people that we're associated with, or join our Discord, or go to our website and buy trading cards. Class 1 Medal of Responsibility, right here. What do we... I'm voting for the runaway.
I'm also voting for the runaway.
I'm voting for the runaway, without doubt. It could be
I'm going
to
do a write-in vote.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
I'm going to write in the FRA inspection car.
Oh my god, yeah! We don't have an article on that.
I changed my vote.
Yeah, I'm changing it to that.
Okay, well, those...
This week's Mantle of Responsibility, or this week's... What are we voting for?
The best wreck.
Oh yeah, the best wreck is definitely the FRA.
Yeah, the FRA.
I like how it just bounced off the buffer. Donk. If somebody can get a video, if somebody can get that video, I'll put it in the, or a link to the video, I'll put it in the cargoes. I don't have it right now. Also,
yeah. So allegedly the video is old, but the images, like I saw like images shared that are apparently newer.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It happened again? Question mark.
May or may not have happened twice.
If I had a nickel. Anyway, BNSF is the current holder of the Class 1 Mantle of Responsibility. They're the only Class 1 that hasn't had an incident this year.
A major incident. I'm sure they've like derailed a truck on a locomotive or something this year.
Yeah.
An incident that we've heard about.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh my god, guys, are you ready? 96 is almost here.
I'm
96,
so
just a week away.
Yeah, speaking of which, so for those who don't know what the Big E is, it is one of the largest model train shows in the country. It is the Amherst Model Railroad Show or something like that. The Amherst Railway Society Railroad Hobby Show. It's got this humongous mouthful of a name that no one ever says. It's the Big E. It's held on the fairgrounds of the Big E, which is a sort of like a state fair, like an oversized state fair. And that's why it's earned the nickname, and of course, like I said, it's a much easier moniker. It's 4 buildings of train stuff. Sometimes somebody shows up with a 2-foot gauge steam engine.
But not this year.
Not this year, sadly. There are all sorts of layouts, including the Providence Northern's modular layout and a whole host of other ones that are much larger and cooler. And stuff for sale, good deals, bad deals, cars that break down, thieves.
Blackjack, hookers.
Yeah. And it's right next to the actual Springfield rail yard, so if you need some, like, your fix of real trains, you can go over there.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I might have to pay East $5 if we see a CSX Heritage unit.
That's why he bet you that.
Yeah, I'm sure he knew.
Oh my god, it is. Fuck.
They had like the first responder training car in that yard last year, which is interesting because we actually have an article about CSX training 6,000
Oh my god!
first responders last year.
Oh my god! Here it comes! I'm so excited.
Oh, here it comes.
Jesus
Just
Christ!
a week away.
Okay,
96,
I'm gonna have to
just
start.
2 minutes
I'm gonna have
away.
to start. I'm gonna have to start giving people points for this.
Yeah.
Busting on the podcast and just a week away.
Yeah.
Those are all points worthy.
Yeah,
Not a good combination.
or separate. They're not good separate either.
Oh fuck!
What did you just do?
Oh,
Control Z. What did you just do? The entire document is gone. What?
you have caused confusion and delay.
I didn't mean to do that.
Banned.
All right,
I'm gonna
Milky,
give myself a point.
can I hear from you, please? Can I hear from
Yeah,
somebody?
you can hear from me. Okay, so Astoria Trolley has got a new trolley. It's a I'm sure I'm going to butcher the name, Barorat New Zealand car.
Oh, okay.
And it's a California style car, which means that it is open on both ends and has an enclosed section. Kind of
It's
like a
so
cable
small.
car.
It's so little
It is
next to the
so
baggage
dinky.
car.
That's what I said when I saw your penis.
Oh my goodness. So
This is a family-friendly podcast.
Yeah.
Alright, I gave myself another point.
Yes, thank
But
you.
they,
Yeah, horny on pod. Point.
I love the little generator trailer.
yeah, that usually goes
Cheater.
behind the number 300, which is a Houston car, Houston, Texas. But yeah, they got this so they can have more capacity, and at some point I think they're going to have another generator, of course, so they can maybe run. Actually, now that I think about it, they don't have a siding on their line, so
Well, there's your problem.
other than the shop, so maybe they're just going to take turns.
They only need one generator car.
Which isn't that hard to do with one generator. We've done it at Willamette Store Trolley that way a couple of times.
I assume that both of their operating cars have the same, like, voltage requirement, so that
Yeah.
it's not a pain.
Generally speaking, a lot of streetcars that are still in preservation are all 600.
Oh, okay.
I know there's exceptions to that. I'm not making a blanket statement here, but generally, from my experience, they're 600 volt, or it can be adopted to 600 volt.
Gotta ask the people in Scranton what they do.
They probably do something higher.
In fairness,
is a
they
little
have
higher.
actual overhead and they don't need to use
Yeah.
a generator.
Yeah, that too.
I guess
Also, something new going on the Oregon coast is the Oregon Coast Scenic is going to start building buildings.
that's good.
They're doing some construction work around their Garibaldi Depot, which is turning the original, or yeah, partially the original Garibaldi Depot. So they're going to relocate it to the track and add a water tower here and all sorts of other fun stuff. Parking, which as of right now they don't really have any official parking except for in Rockaway Beach.
Huh.
So that'd be an added W for in terms of paid parking. Anyway, they do have gravel.
I was gonna say this looks like a nice gravel lot next to the
Yeah,
building here.
it is. So they're in the process of redoing that, which is great. Love to see them doing work, and they're hoping to have it open by next year, or when the next, yeah,
Hey,
2025.
Oregon Coast Scenic.
Yeah. So that's all that I got to talk about.
Okay,
In
I was curious
local
about
group.
that trolley because I saw the post
Yeah.
where they were tooling around next to the baggage car, and I was like, that's adorable. I know nothing about this, but I know someone who does. Anyway, speaking of our local pet projects, TJ, how's 11 coming?
It is coming along. So from what I've seen, they have I forgot I forgot what the link was. There's so many posts. I thought it was I saw the YouTube link. I thought it was the simulation video again. Yeah, but this is a video about the progress of the wheels. But not only that, all of the castings for the gear and stuff that they've had to make, assembly of the frame, cylinder saddle, and then what's to come in 2024.
Hmm. It's this is for the record. I should have teed you up a little better. Wiscasset Waterfall in Farmington, number 11. Most people that listen to the podcast regularly probably know what 11 is just by number. But if you don't, a 244T 2-foot gauge. It's built off of their original number 7. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna say because 6 was the really fast one. It's not that one. Yeah, so it's cool to see them making progress on that. I don't know what they're gonna do when they have so many engines because they only fire up 9 every once in a while. It seems like, but maybe they'll do it more
They don't
when they have more engines.
They don't have 7 anymore.
Right.
So now they'll have 2 engines because they run like in the summer, like every weekend.
You get that toss up of
Also they'll have 10 eventually too.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. They're gonna have 3 engines. Then what?
Well, that's the sweet spot, isn't it? Isn't that the Taurus Railroad sweet spot?
That is having free steam engine, so that way you can have always 2 running, and then one that rotates out.
Yeah. They could have like one that operates from like top of mountain to Trout Brook, and then one that operates to Jeepskit.
Yeah, they each have different generator cars. Oh wait, sorry, never mind, wrong thing.
Need a second engine house.
Yeah.
Well, they've been building their roundhouse. They've been making good progress. They have 2 sets of doors up and operational, I think.
Hey.
I cannot wait to get back up there.
Yeah, me neither.
Any
Interestingly,
excuse.
they open in.
They open in?
Mm-hmm.
That seems okay. All right. I mean, if that's what they want to do.
They said in the Facebook post that they people would be surprised to learn that they open in.
Huh.
They were right. I am surprised to learn that.
Why do they open in?
Probably because I would, if I had to take a guess, I would say it's because that's how it was on the original, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Because they're basing it off of the old Wiscasset roundhouse. So I would just say, like, my no knowledge answer would be because it was like that before.
Yeah. I mean, it's 2 foot, so you can get away with that because they don't take up too much room.
Yeah, you can swing the doors out and not
compared to a
not
standard gauge roundhouse where you would have a hard time doing that.
Yeah, ideally you'd have more headroom in a standard gauge roundhouse to swing those doors if you really wanted to do it, but the doors are going to be bigger.
Yeah.
And yeah, the locomotive's going to be wider, so you're more likely to hit the locomotive with the doors. When I was at the CRRM, when they closed those doors on the engines, there's like no extra room at all. Like you couldn't even push the doors inward, much less open them all the way. So that's why that surprises me. But I bet you I know why it's like that, or I can hazard a guess. So you don't have to shovel out the entire space in front of the doors to get them open when it snows.
Here we go. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I found the comment that I was referencing. Kevin Midori commented that they open inward, which I think will surprise a lot of folks not familiar with the design.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's right. Got me. Anyway.
It looks sweet though. Hold on, let me send a pic.
Yeah, please send a photo.
I want to see this.
I need to see the roundhouse digitally before I see it in person.
Yeah, I live vicariously through their Facebook page, so.
Every day I wake up outside of Maine.
Real. So real.
Hello, I have it copied. Can I paste?
No.
Sorry, my phone's
Sorry,
being weird.
pasting is no longer allowed.
Only copy.
Oh my
Well,
god.
while he does that,
No
I've
take, only
been
throw.
doing a lot
Here
of
we go. Here you go.
little bit of everything because I finally that's cool.
Oh my god, they're green.
Green.
They're
I
so
like
green.
this.
They're extremely green.
They were green.
They are.
They are.
It's the primer.
Oh my god. No, they should keep it that color.
Yeah, no. It's a style choice. They should keep it
It's
that
camouflaged in the main woods.
way.
Green as hell.
Yeah, center doors
Keep it
are
green as hell.
they will be that green because it says the center doors are only in primer.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
So they were
Jader,
green.
one day I'm gonna have a project for you. I promise.
I take your time, man.
I promise. One day I'll have something for you.
I'm sure Jader has enough projects right now.
Yeah.
But you did
I need to find a
graduate.
job. I did
Congratulations.
graduate. Thank you.
Congrats.
I still haven't gotten like the actual degree thing in the mail. Hopefully that's soon. Yeah, they give you and I know every school's different, but they gave us like a what is it? It's like an alumni association, like a little pin, like at the ceremony. Which I mean, okay, but it's a little pin that like you put on your jacket or something.
The
Which,
pin.
you know, it looks cool. I'm gonna wear it at the Big E, but like,
It ain't the same as that diploma.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
need something to frame and hang on your wall next to
Yeah.
your printed out
I did it.
online forklift certification.
Or you could put next to your bridge walk. I did it
Oh,
sticker.
Oh
I
yeah.
have a score update for you. I have a score update
that's
for
on
you.
my That's on my laptop. I actually
Oh,
had
nice.
somebody. I was in the library studying, and like the table, or no, somebody at the table across from me, some totally random person. Like when they got up to leave, they came over like, "Hey, I just want to say I love your bridge walk sticker."
Were you like, have you done it?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
did they know, like?
They knew what it was. I think they did it like the year before or something.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no, that's something special. That was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've never been happier to peer pressure Matt into something.
Now we got to do it again to pressure him to buy something at the Big E.
Oh God, I'm not
Yeah.
sure pressure will be required.
No.
Too
You
many-
you should buy stuff.
I am so excited for the Yankee swap. I'm so, like, I hope it goes off without a hitch. TJ, you suggesting it was such a good call. I want to see what kind of dumb stuff people come home from the Big E with.
Do you think they sell edible bugs at the Big E?
You never know.
What?
Don't worry.
I've done a Yankee swap once. I've done like well, I've done two. One Yankee swap I did was interesting. The family I did it with, they choose a letter every year, and the gift have to have that like start with that letter,
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
which is like an interesting spin on a Yankee swap.
Yeah.
And then I did one with Ellis, Gloria, and his family on Christmas Eve, and I got some edible bugs
Yeah,
and a bug
Huh.
zapper, not the cool kind.
not like the wave it around
Not,
kind.
not the tennis racket.
Oh, the tennis racket one's fun.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Yeah, to hit people with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Get out of here!
Well, you
You're
could've-
bugging
you
me.
could have teed up the edible bugs and hit them around like a tennis ball.
Yeah, I'm sure that would have gone great.
Yeah, it just cooks them a little bit. Little crispy.
Adds a little
Yeah,
flavor.
yeah, heats them up.
Yeah. Let's see. But yeah, I graduated and now I'm just on the job market. And
Hire my boy, everybody. Hire my boy Jader.
yeah, hire Jada for your job.
Sorry.
What the heck was that?
My phone decided to play something.
Okay.
Ooh.
But I've had ample time finally to just catch up on a lot of modeling stuff that's just kind of accumulated. People have been either sending me their projects or reaching out to me for projects. I'm bringing at least 4 home from the.
Yeah,
from
you
the
are.
Big Eight.
Oh, you want to make it 5, Jader?
We're just throwing money at Chader as a friend group at this point.
I mean, yeah,
Is that a bad thing though?
no,
Did it again.
it's not. If I could do this as a full-time business, I'd be happy, but I doubt that's going to happen.
You need to open Jader's Model Works.
You could.
Yeah,
We could start. You could start a model railroad company.
I applied for a job at Rapido, so
Well, as long
They've
as
been
you, glad you didn't
Locomotive.
apply for a job at like Hatton's or something.
Lionel.
That
Yeah, right.
I'll go work at Lionel and bring back the coin bank.
Yes.
Yeah, you should
Yes.
head their you should head their HO department.
Yeah.
I thought for a moment you meant HR, and I was wondering why. And then I went, oh yeah, no, like the scale. Got it. Yeah.
I mean, Chader's done good.
Jader could be decent at HR,
Yeah.
probably.
Jader's.
Yeah,
Jader,
I
would you?
I would.
If you started a model company, will you promise me that you'll make a GP60, please?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
we had the community server open right now, I would make a poll to create a new role for head of HR and give it to Jader.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I've finally been able to get a lot of my stuff that's just been in totes and just kind of stored wherever, out of totes and somewhat organized. I went out and got this big fancy shelf from Target that fits not everything, but a lot of like everything on the bottom. Well, that picture's a few weeks old now, but the bottom plus like a little bit of the next shelf up is like all my diesel models that have boxes, and it's nice to. And then the next one up is passenger cars, and then the next one up from that is mainly like freight cars that just kind of don't fit anywhere else. And then the one above that is steam locomotives.
You have so
And it's
many
nice to have-
buildings.
Yeah, a lot of those came from my friend's granddad's layout in his collection,
Mm.
and they're too valuable to get rid of. My friend would kill me if I just gave them away or sold them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to have everything just out and I can actually see it.
I like that street. I like that Main Street set.
Main Street City. Oh yeah, I
Like
think
the
I got
buildings.
that. Like, I'm sad I never got to use that before we moved. But I had a space I think picked out for it, and I just never used it.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Someday,
Mm-hmm. That is pretty
maybe
sweet.
build a freaking switching layout or something in here.
Yeah, that's my plan too. If I ever have room.
Switching layout, but it's mostly buildings.
If I ever have a room, I should say.
You've just built one of those. What is it? Like a Christmas village, but it's just like a normal street.
Yeah, I mean, I want to let her like a switcher or something for one of the industrial buildings I have. I have a little 042 that I'm going to do that. I just need to put a motor in it.
Nice.
Let's see the next. Yeah, I'll just kind of speed run so I don't take forever. But the next 2 pictures, I think I talked about it on here. I don't remember, but I bought this mystery C&O Atlantic on eBay, and I finally started tearing into it. It's kind of mechanically a piece of crap.
Gasp.
It's a hodgepodge. It's like, well, I'm the tender. I'm 99% sure is all scratch built, because a factory brass tender probably wouldn't be built like that one is, where it's like individual like channel sections just soldered together. I mean, admittedly, it was fun to put back together. It was just such a pain in the ass, because on top of that, there was like this really, really thin brass sheet, and I'm like, why can't I get in this thing? And I basically had to I eventually got the shell off and basically had to rip that sheet off and then everything just fell apart.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, it looks like pieces.
Yeah, but it's all back together now. I replaced the floor with just a piece of styrene because that's eventually where all the electronics are going to live. So just use the styrene. Don't have to worry about insulating things as much.
Right. This was the engine where you didn't realize you were about to win the auction or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
okay.
Yeah. And I'm just sitting in the design lab and I get a notification, item shipped. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, okay.
What did I do?
Yeah. And over the past few days, I've been messing with the drivers because I had to. I'm going to replace the motor, and I was going to just reuse the original gears and everything, but in trying to get that out, I mangled the worm gear, like broke a couple of the teeth, and I can't get it off the
Oh
original
no,
shaft.
611.
So I can't reuse it. So thankfully I had a spare gearbox, but tearing that thing apart was a pain in the ass, and little pieces keep falling off of it, and I almost have the quartering right. It's not perfect, but I'm gonna keep messing with it more. Honestly, if there's a quartering tool for sale at the E, I might just grab it instead of doing it by hand. Just get the tool, do it right.
Yep.
I like the idea that this thing's going down and this thing's going down the track and just little pieces keep falling off left and right. You're just leaving a little trail behind you. It's like, it's fine. Don't need that. Saves weight. Don't need that.
Yeah, it's supposed to do that.
Yeah, it's intentional. It's so we know where we were. It's a trail of breadcrumbs so we can get home.
Exactly. Let's see. Next one. That's one of Ryan's engines that he sent me to put DCC and sound in. It's all done. It's ready to go.
Oh, that thing's cute.
It's a little quieter than I wanted it to come out to be, but it'll be fine.
Better than being too loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. The next one, I went to my first train show in like 4 years. The one that comes to Columbus, every year. Normally,
the big C.
Sometimes there's good stuff, sometimes there's not. But like right before I left, my friend texted me like, dude, there's a set of C&O passenger cars here. You need to at least come look at them.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I was gonna be there anyway, but I didn't know these were here. The seller originally wanted 180 for all 6 of those. They're Rapido cars with lights.
Ooh.
They kind of work. They're not perfect. They need TLC. I need to get new couplers for them because they're not.
Right.
Some of them aren't great, but they're not like falling apart. They're okay.
I love they kind of work.
Yeah, they kind of work.
Mood.
Yeah. But I talked with this. I haggled with. Well, I didn't really have to haggle with the seller that much. Like I asked him about it, and he said, "Yeah, they need a little work. I'm aware of that." And he knocked them down to 150 on the spot.
Oh.
So $25 each for Rapido cars is a freaking steal.
Yeah, that is steal.
Yeah, for C&O cars, because they do look good. And the next picture, well, wait, that's not the full train with them. But last week, took them for a run, figured out that, they still need work. But I also brought back 472, the brass C&O Pacific that killed a decoder.
Damn.
Yeah. And thank God ESU has a 2-year no questions asked warranty.
Yeah.
Got the decoder installed last week, and I ordered a replacement motor because the original it still works. I'm probably going to reuse it. It's just it was too slow for a passenger engine. The new one is better. It's not super fast, but it's fine.
Yeah.
But it runs silky smooth now. I had to sort out an issue with the short in the tender, but I think I got it.
Well, as long as it runs.
Yeah.
As long as all the parts stay on,
Yeah. I might bring it to the Big E. I'm not sure if I want to travel with it, though. We'll see.
All right. It's nice stuff. I was curious about this 3D printed looking, narrow gauge looking locomotive?
Well, it's not 3D printed,
Oh, okay.
and unfortunately, it's not narrow gauge. I don't have any narrow gauge yet.
Well, now I'm doubly disappointed.
Yeah, but that's an old MDC model die casting Toyota that I got off of it. That I got off a guy for $30 because he originally gave it to me like, hey, I have this brass engine that, if you can, can you get it running? And then eventually I just had it for so long. He's like, okay, $30, it's yours. Okay.
Oh, wow.
It's not brass. Like I'm looking at it for 5 minutes. I'm like, this is not brass. Guy, I don't know what you were thinking. It's not brass. It's die cast metal and plastic. But
Still
anyway,
good.
yeah. It's a solid little engine. It's really, really heavy.
Which is good. Get more traction that way.
Yeah.
Depending on the engine.
Yeah. But over the past couple weeks, I've slowly been adding more details to it. And eventually I just want to, I want to paint it up. Not sure if I want to do like a fancy paint job, like maybe Russia iron for the boiler jacket or something. Not made of piss.
Not. Do you have any green engines yet?
No, I don't actually. I might
green.
Maybe I will. Maybe I don't know. I might paint it.
It could be green.
It could be.
A pain in the,
I can't believe it's not green.
Yeah.
I should. You know what? I'm gonna paint it green.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Hashtag they were green.
I think
They
I
will
have
be
green.
green.
I have green paint somewhere.
That's awesome.
I'll find it. But yeah, I primed it the other day, so hopefully this week I'll get it painted up. I have Vallejo paint, and I'm excited to try it because I've heard good things about it. And if it works, Milky, that's what I'm going to use on your 95.
Oh yeah.
Use something instead of True Color.
All right. Well, do you
True
want to
Color
cover
works,
this
but I don't like-
IRM
I
thing
don't
really
like
quick,
lithiums.
and then we'll go on because I thought we were gonna have we had like 10 minutes when you started, so I just gave you as much rope as you wanted, and now we have -7 minutes.
Oops.
Oh, I didn't get to go. It's okay. I
You
don't
don't have anything written down.
I don't have anything to talk about. I have not done anything train related.
God damn it!
Wow. But yeah, the IRM got two Chicago Northwestern bi-levels, and they were at Hocking Valley for the longest time. I think we got them in the early 2000s. We originally had 4 of them, and these have been on the list of things to deaccession for a while. And I'm at least I'm sure everybody else is, but I'm really happy that they're at a home that they actually fit in and they'll be cared for, because I only worked on them once, but I didn't really like it.
Were they like, runnable, usable?
Yeah, they were usable.
Oh, okay.
They're just like I think there was some issue we had with them. I forget. I don't know exactly. And then they're really top heavy.
Well, I can only imagine.
Yeah. But yeah, it's nice to see them in a home that they'll actually fit into, and IRM will get to them eventually, and then they'll have a full set of C&W Milo. I mean, they already have a full set, so they'll have a fuller set.
A fuller set. All right. Anyway, let's.
I think they have like 7 of them or something.
That's a lot. That's a lot of bi-levels. That's a lot of seats.
Chicago and Northwestern Railroad Company.
Yeah. Anyway, it's time for.
Locomotive versus.
Thanks.
Yep.
How's what's going on with the game?
You just lost it.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Let me check. I don't have it up anymore. Let me check.
You don't have it up anymore?
No, I haven't had it up. I've been focusing on the podcast.
Wait, Julius, didn't you lose because he said what's going on with the game and then you remembered the game? So you lost.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but he was not intending.
Lost.
We both lost.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, in one court, we have a long-standing match here. on the one hand, we have the PRR Q2, and on the other hand, we have the Rio Grande L105. Which this is one of those that this is the Weibold is OP sort of thing.
Yeah.
Milky, are you going to be representing the L105?
I'll take the L105 out for a spin.
All right, I'll bring out the Q2 then because
Yeah.
I have to. I can't call it my baby because it's way too big to be anyone's baby.
I can't claim the L105. Weibold would off me.
These are so cool looking.
when he took the kids, you
Yeah.
left and took the kids.
I mean, he took the L105.
Yeah.
I took 94. He took L105.
All right. There's Q2. Can I have a photo of L105, please?
Okay, there are multiple photos that I have popped up here. This one... Actually, this one is a builder's photo, so it works fine.
It's been a while since I've done.
Oh,
I've
it's
done
small.
This. Can I have a volunteer from the audience to keep score? All right, I'll do it then. Josie's got to keep an eye on the game, and Jader's got to.
Why are
I
they
can keep
so
score.
small?
No, Jader's got to. You got to keep looking good.
It always looks good.
The only photo from the bunch I didn't put up was the picture of you looking at your Pacific.
Okay, there. I finally.
Also, I just
found it.
noticed. No, I gotta put it up because you have the Cast Scenic shirt on.
Yeah.
Hey, I've been there.
If I find
Okay,
a
there we
Shay
go.
at the Biggie, for under like $100, maybe I'm going for it.
What the heck is that thumbnail?
The thumbnail's messed up, but the picture is.
Okay,
From
this is gonna be interesting. And
is this in Denver or Salt Lake City? This looks like Denver.
It's in Florida.
Oh well, then it's neither.
Wrong.
Wrong. Okay. All right, Jader,
Also dual gauge.
if you're gonna,
Oh yeah.
that still could be Denver though.
Yeah, I'll keep score.
Not
Alright,
during
thank
the L105 arrows.
All right. But there's still some dual gauge in Denver.
God damn it. Okay.
It's not used, obviously, but it's still there.
Yeah.
I
Need to
think
rebuild it.
Mark and I can't remember who, if it was Weibold or Leighton, went out to like, this is the last piece of
Yeah.
whatever. And,
I think it was Mark. I think if I did a short on it or something.
well, yeah, I just can't remember if he was with Weibold or with Leighton or by himself.
Maybe
I can't
both.
remember.
I think it was all three.
I think it
Okay.
was all three of these.
The
Yeah.
three quarters of one idiot. I really
We
appreciate.
know one of them. We know a celebrity.
Yeah, I really appreciate that now that the episode on the bridge killing bridge is out, I receive not just the hey, you're the guy from the Terminus podcast, or you're the guy with the trading cards. It's just people sending me bridge memes. Anyway, all right. It's up to not Milky and I to determine who goes first.
I'm gonna say, as the person who's going to be hosting 15 people in his house next week, I vote Ellis.
Okay.
Just a week away.
Just
right.
a week away.
All right. I'm gonna think about this for a second, and then I'm gonna drop it on him. Year built, Milky.
Okay, year built. I'm going with the first series of L105. There's two of them.
Okay. Whichever one is in this photo, which is 3701. So I assume first series.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be. 1938.
Okay. 1945.
Yeah, I knew that.
I just noticed that, and it won't let me scroll over, which is being very annoying. There we go. Oh no, it is the same. Okay. I was gonna say this is the first time I've seen the train order board say something different, but no, they don't. All right, so I got that. Let's see. What are your? Oh god, I'm so hosed. I don't know what I'm gonna win at. I'm gonna die. Factor of adhesion.
Factor of adhesion. Actually reasonable. 4.18.
4.18. 3.90.
One for the Q2.
All right. Okay, got that. Flues.
Flues. My flues are 238, 3.5 diameter.
All right. 277 3.5 inch.
Wait, Milky wins that one, right?
No, it's smaller diameter is better, but when there's a tie, it's no greater number is better. We were both 3.5, right?
Yep.
And you had how many? I had 277. You had
238.
238. Okay.
Okay.
So that should be a point for me. Ooh, this looks absurdly good and should indicate some other things. What is your evaporative heating surface divided by cylinder volume?
206.01.
All right, I don't know how this is real. 677.22.
Okay.
It's a big difference.
Yeah, I don't know how I got that. Oh wait, I see how I got that. Milky, combined heating surface.
89.69.
96.55. Superheating surface.
26.28.
29.30. Evaporative heating surface.
6,341.
It's close, but I'm still getting these. 6,725. Okay, where to now? What is the score? Like 5-0?
Yeah.
It's 7-0.
7-0.
Oh.
Okay. Boiler pressure.
255.
300.
Yep.
Oh, I don't think I
Oh.
realized that. I don't think
I used to be a cow.
That explains something. Yeah. Okay. Give it to me. Milky, what are
That's
your
what she
low
said.
pressure cylinders?
What are those?
Give me that free point, baby. 2375 by 29, or 23.75 by 29 low pressure cylinders. Okay, that
Okay,
explains
I'll
the
come
other
back.
thing.
Wait, I thought the Q2s were simple and all high pressure.
They are. I thought so
They're
too, and they are not apparently. Not according to Steam
Huh.
Locomotive.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem right.
It is what it is, I guess. I thought they were all simple high pressure too, but I guess not. They don't look like they have big honkin' low pressure cylinders, but I guess they don't. The low pressure cylinders are not that big. 24s by 29s aren't that big. Let's see. I lost my train of thought because I was distracted with the discussion there. Alright, well, I'm not doing that. What is your... Oh, what is your Loco base ID?
339.
God damn it, really?
Yep.
I thought there was no way. 350. Oh,
Monkey's
man.
on the board.
I knew that was
I
safe one in my
scared. I
board.
got scared. I should have just kept doing other... Oh, man. Alright,
Okay.
your turn, Milky.
Minimum weight of whale, fat boy.
133 pounds per yard. Next question.
122.
That's still a lot.
It still is a lot, but
Better.
it ain't the Q2.
Alright.
Engine rate.
Engine weight. Oh boy, here we go. Engine weight, 619,100 pounds.
619,000. Mine is 641,900
Yes!
pounds.
Yes!
What?
Yes! I was misleading because I have one less axle. Okay. Let's do... oh no, I'm not doing that. I'm not stupid.
I think I know which one you would make it up.
Let's do weight on drivers.
Oh. Okay. Mine is 437,939.
393,000 even. What is your? Do you have axle loading?
I do.
Okay. What is your? No, I'm not going to do that. Just kidding. Not stupid. Not stupid. I just saw that and went, oh yeah, that's a thing that we can do now because we can do math. Um, what is your engine wheelbase?
My engine wheelbase is 61.50.
My engine wheelbase is 53.46. What is your? Nope, not doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to just go back down here. What is your grade area?
My grade area is 136.50.
That was a mistake. Damn it. 120, 170.
It went poorly.
It did go poorly. You've got something on me.
Okay.
What's the score?
Tender road weight.
Oh no.
I still have to, the not me score.
I mean,
Sorry.
I would like to know both scores, but I was more focused on the Locomotive versus score.
It's a 12-3.
Okay.
Alice, you're up.
Okay.
But Milky has it now.
My tender loaded weight is 422,000 pounds.
Yep. Mine is 394,000 even.
Okay, it's surprisingly close. I guess your tender's taller.
Total engine and tender weight.
No, you don't want to do that. 1,041,100 pounds.
By the smallest margin, I'm not that big. 1,035,900.
Oh my god.
Barely.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not gonna ask someone's in that category as well. Although axle loading might be funny.
No, it wouldn't be. 79,780.
It is funny. 73,669.
All right.
Nice.
Not gonna ask that one.
Come at me, bro. Fight me, bro.
Fuck. This one would be a gamble. But you know what? I gamble. Way zero traveling wheelbase to overall engine.
Okay, I'm not sure how the Q2 was considered. Oh wait, no, because it's because it's the ratio. Okay, so it doesn't matter because that's at least consistent. Mine is 0.34.
Mine is 0.40.
Really? That's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I thought that was a bit of a gamble, just looking at the engine side by side, but
yeah, it is. It is a bit of a gamble. Like it's just on its own, it's a bit of a gamble. All right, you win that one.
I'm not gonna ask that because I know we have the same. I know you have more of that. High pressure cylinders.
Oh no. High pressure cylinders are a pair of 19.75 by 28s.
Okay, mine are 23 by 32, and there's 4 of them.
Yeah, okay. Yep. That's... Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have that one. You have twice as many cylinders as I do, and they're larger. Alright. What's next? What is the score?
8-12.
8-12. Alright, so we have 20 points.
This one is also a bit of a bet. Number built.
Ooh, I was curious. 26.
Okay. 10.
10. Okay. Yeah, I should have expected that out of the Grand.
I thought that maybe Maybe I remembered the Q2 not having that many built.
No, they built 26 of these for some reason.
Okay.
All right.
I'll take the L on that one.
Can I have numbering class, please?
10.
26. Let's go down. What'd you say?
Although in the other one, there's only 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's go down here. Let's do Robert Lee Messina's power computation.
34,808.
Sorry, would you say 34,000?
Yep.
36,510.
Wow.
Same as above, plus superheater percentage.
44,902.
47,463. Same as above, but substitute firebox area for great area.
265,134.
282,750.
Yep.
Oops. Sorry about that. Viewers, that was me attaching a thing. Power L1.
Power L1, 32,884.
51,082. Power MT.
993.24.
1,432.78. And with that, I think I'm going to go to style points.
Okay.
I'm not going to mess with anything else here. Oh, there are things that I could have messed with, but I'm not going to do that. I'll turn it over to the judges. Judge's choice. Any input from you three?
Local base ID.
We did that.
Yeah, local base.
We already did that.
Damn it! Sorry, I was making food.
It's okay.
The available things are, if I just go through really quick.
Builder.
What'd you say?
We in
Builder.
fact
You just said
did
builder.
not do builders.
We did not
Yeah,
do
let's do
builder.
We did not
Let's
do
builder.
My builder is good old Juniata.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
You know what? This too is a Baldwin.
No,
I
mean,
didn't know if you were built by freaking rip-off Baldwin or actual Baldwin.
Well, I don't think. I mean, you get the point there because when we reorganize things. Hold on. Locomotive versus.
So where's the tier list?
It's in the rules doc, which I don't have open. I can go and check on that really quick, but it's all the way down. Definitive builder hierarchy. Juniata is here, Juniata is like 7th on the list, but Baldwin is at the top. So you do get the point there, Milky. So that's one of the things we haven't done. We haven't done valve gear, driver wheelbase. I don't think. I don't think we've done overall wheelbase either. We haven't done water and fuel capacity, or tractive effort, or driver diameter, or tube flue length, firebox area. I think those are the only ones available for the remaining judges that haven't called something.
I don't know. We all kind of said builder.
Well, pick one of you two have said that, and the other two get to pick something. Which I'll go with the next two people to come up with something.
Tubes.
Tubes. Okay, I've got 51 at 2.5 inches.
I got 61 at 2.25.
Alright, so you get that one. One more from the audience. Jader or Jillies?
I don't know stats.
Alright.
You did just list them all. You could just say a random one.
You should definitely ask for tender fuel capacity.
No, I'm trying to help. I don't want it to be
No, you should definitely
unfair.
You should ask for driver diameter.
Don't ask the fat boys.
Milky, what do you think a stat that would help you is?
Okay. Albaldi's.
Probably I
I
bet
don't
flu
think any
tube
of
length
them.
would help Milky a lot.
Yeah, through two probably would.
All right, flu tube length.
22.
Oh shoot, I hate it when I'm right. 21.
Oh wow.
All right, so what is the score? 19 to 11.
Yo, 1911. That's the year Ellis was born.
Yeah, definitely. I'm actually
Yeah.
113 years old. God damn it.
That explains a lot.
All right.
Yes.
I'm gonna take some style points here. I have a mechanical anti-slip thing. I don't remember what it's called.
Traction control.
Yeah, I have traction control. Thank you. Um, I also
You
have
don't have PTC.
yeah, I have traction control. I have a doghouse. Um, I have a folding coupler.
I don't. Okay.
I fold your coupler.
If you have something, Milky, say so.
If you unfold your coupler. No. I have the power of the sun,
What does that mean?
aka. You know how the L105s had the stripes on the front?
Oh, okay, yes, you have safety.
Safety.
Do you know how that happened? Do you know why that happened?
Because somebody hit somebody with something?
Yeah, an L105 careened into a school bus full of children and killed everybody. And
Oof.
Oh.
Damn.
I
Yeah,
didn't
this
know
engine
about
loses now.
This
Yeah, it's a
engine
higher kill
hates
count than the
children.
Q2.
You point for the
Um,
Q2 never killed anyone, as far as we know.
it
I
probably
think-
did.
It
I
probably
think
It
the
probably killed someone.
What are the? I mean, the odds are it probably did, right?
Every engine did at some point.
What were you saying, Milky?
All-weather cab.
You have an all-weather cab?
I'm pretty sure that is.
Hold on. Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. It sure looks like it. Okay, yeah, you definitely get a point there for an all-weather cab. I have a Skyline casing, I guess. Sort of thing.
Yeah.
And a cast pilot.
The Rio Grande thing has all those pots and pans on the side of the firebox.
That's true. It has
Guys,
the
there's an totally coming. Oh my god.
overfire jets, or whatever they are.
For mid-sized things.
I don't know if I have them, but I don't have them on the outside. So
That's the engineer's collection of cast iron skillets.
yeah, he's keeping them warm out there.
I think they are overfire jets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had a conversation with Tyler about this, and then immediately forgot everything, every detail.
Every child you kill, you get one cast iron skillet on the side of your locomotive.
Ellis, do you have a feed water heater?
I do have a feed water heater. It's just not a cool hat.
I
I was
have.
gonna say, yeah, Milky's looks cool.
Milky
Yeah.
does
It's
have a
totally
cool
coming.
looking feed water heater, yeah. But
Oh my god, what if it's the Avelia Liberty?
It looks like I've got roller
Oh,
freight.
wait.
I also have roller freight.
Yeah, I was gonna say, okay, yeah, you definitely do as well. We both have box pock drivers.
Milky gets this. Milky get.
That horn is messed up.
Yeah, it's kind of a foul horn. It's a piece of shit.
Don't forget the snifters and the terminal checks.
I don't like it.
It still sounds cool, but it's broke as hell.
All right, you got anything else, Milky?
Yeah. Train board numbers.
Oh yeah, you do have the train boards. Yeah, that's a good one. I even pointed this out at the beginning. All right, anything else? Because I can't think of anything else that I have necessarily. I know I have other things. I'm sure I do, but
I'm sure that I do too, but I am not.
They were green.
they
Mr.
were
Weibo.
green. Sure,
They were green.
I'll give Milky that they were green.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. They were green.
They were in fact green.
They were in fact green.
They were green.
I think I'm pretty sure I have a water scoop with this tender, because if I could say my tender stats for a second, I only have
No.
I have less than 20,000 gallons of water. I have 19,200 gallons of water and 37.5 tons of coal. But
why?
I think this thing had a scoop. Because
Okay.
lots of coal. Because this thing
I don't
probably just sucked down coal like I sucked down Johnny Rocket's milkshakes. Even though my lactose intolerance would like to not have it that way. All right. Anything else? I'm not going to give myself that point because I'm not sure about it, and we're not locked in a
Oh.
struggle to the death here.
I want a milkshake.
Same.
Same.
I drink your milkshake.
All
I
right.
drink it up.
I'm putting the results in this unless Milky has something else.
I don't.
Okay, I'm gonna be right back for a second.
We finally,
I just don't have the immense knowledge of this
yeah.
unit as I mentioned. I'm sure Wyvold were here to defend his child. He would curb stomp you with style points. But
I'm sure. Yeah. This is why I feared it for a long time. But honestly, I am kind of surprised
it
that
was still good.
yeah. I guess it didn't work out that poorly, and there were a couple of things where we were pretty close on.
Yeah.
There were a lot of things where we were close. So it's beatable with something absurd. What is your tractive effort, by the way?
My tractive effort is 104,833.
Oh, okay, so we're pretty close there too. Mine was like 100k even.
Okay, I thought for whatever reason that you had just a little bit more than notes out than I did.
Yeah, no, I was afraid to call that because I was like, no, there's no way we're like I know I have a lot, but this is a real chunker.
Yeah.
But I guess it is just a challenger at the end of the day.
The king.
Oh God. Anyway. Could break 1225 to 100,000. All right. Do we have votes?
Yeah, I live and breathe with the Denver and Rio Grande Western, so
Oh, okay.
I'm from Utah. Not voting for the DRGW product would be a cardinal sin.
I thought you were only about the DNRGW for like a year or two, and then it was the B&M, and then it was your fictional thing.
No, I've always liked the Rio Grande. I've always liked the Rio Grande.
Well, Joyce was always come back to the Grand.
I never left the Grand.
Yeah.
All right. Can I have votes from the other two judges? TJ,
I'm
Jader?
gonna have to go with the Rio Grande thing.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
You're cool, TJ.
It is a
I just
cool
like
engine.
the-
It's
I
probably
just like
the best
sunrise
challenger.
thing.
Yeah. It is by far.
Well-
it's better than even the WP Challenger.
Well, I let me clarify. It's better statistically, but we all know that the best one was the DNH turbo button. It's
No,
the best one in my heart. Jader?
No, the best one in my heart was the WP.
I vote the L105. I've
All
been
right,
on
you're
a
all
kick
banned from my
lately.
house, for the record. No pity votes. No, I'm kidding. That's fair. The L105 is.
I mean the Q2. I mean the
fantastic
Q2
machine.
is cool. I saw one at the train show. I wanted to text Kipling like, "Hey, buy this," but no.
What is that?
Ellis, if we see a Q2, you have to buy it.
No, absolutely
Yeah.
not.
Your
Nope.
You should buy a
Presser-
Q2. Buy a Q2.
I will
Buy a
not be
Q2.
purchasing a Q2
Why not?
because I already don't run the things that I own.
Okay, I don't either.
Oh, that's. You and I have different values. I have not received your package in the mail yet, by the way, in case you were wondering.
Well, yeah, it is Sunday.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying it's not here yet. I
It's
just want
due
to
tomorrow.
make clear to the audience that Ogillies wants to run his stuff so badly, he's mailing it here because he wasn't in the household where it was being kept.
It arrived at the Providence, Rhode Island USPS facility.
Okay, I
This
know where
morning.
that is. That's where I go to send out the trading cards. All right. Anyway,
I only learned a couple weeks ago that you can just send packages from your house.
yeah, if you can print
Like
out the
you
label.
schedule it. Yeah, and you schedule a pickup. I did not know that.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't either, actually.
I would do that if I had a label printer, I would do that for the trading cards because it would just make life so much easier.
I just print it on regular paper.
Well, those are letters, so you.
Yeah, just put it in your mailbox. Put the little thingy up.
Well, I knew you could mail a letter.
They're not letters though. I don't send them with stamps or anything like that because they are too big to be letters and they don't bend well enough.
You could use, I think, a bigger envelope. You just have to put extra postage.
Yeah, but it is if they can't go through, as it's been described to me, if they can't go through the machine, like if they're not flexible enough, then they have to go as parcels because they have to be manually sorted. So it's like $5 instead of $1.
That's dumb.
Well, I mean, that's just the way it is. That's why shipping from when you buy the trading cards is $5 because that's how much it cost me.
This is why we should privatize the USPS.
Yeah, that'll make it better. The prices would definitely go down then. I'll try to ship with UPS next time and let you know how expensive it is.
Try FedEx.
How about DHL? Be different.
Oh God.
Does DHL still exist?
Yes.
Yeah, last I saw, like half their freaking European workforce or something crazy like that was going to go on strike.
Oh.
The only time I hear about DHL anymore is in like scam baiting videos.
Yeah.
Ever had like a DHL like it was either a little truck or like a Matchbox truck or an airplane or both or something as a kid, and they were cool. Because red and yellow.
Going on to the news, I'll actually jump in here and just get this one out of the way, which is that some of you may be familiar with Boston and Maine 1127, which is a former B&M SW1, currently Luzerne and Susquehanna Railway 600, and it was going to be scrapped in a couple days as of this recording. However, people managed to raise over $50,000 to purchase and then an additional sum to ship the locomotive, which is kind of miraculous. Like within the span of a weekend, they raised over 50 grand.
It's inspirational.
Yeah, it is. I really wish we had this kind of turnout in every other random piece of junk that tries to get saved.
That has a legitimate backbone behind it.
Yeah.
Like, this was well thought out. It already, it detailed out, what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, and we got a nonprofit to back it and allow us to store it.
Yeah, it was, it's going to be moved
This is how to do it, right.
Yeah, it's going to be moved to the Danbury Railway Museum. I believe temporarily, but that's the plan right now. Either way, it's going to go vibe there for a while. I don't know. I assume they're going to paint it up in B&M, because not only was this the only Boston and Maine SW1 that was equipped with multiple unit control, it also, famously perhaps, served on our favorite branch line, the Turner's Falls branch.
Yes.
So I've got the picture that I was sent earlier today, of it on the golf course. I love this. I love this so much. I loved when I was in the middle of introducing the fact that the golf course grew around the railroad, and the recognition that dawned on the people around me on the 3/4 Vanity show, particularly Jersey, was like, wait, is this the golf course branch line? Oh my god. And yeah, so this has had a part in that favorite rail fan icon, and yeah, it's raised $67,000. So, yeah, it's only famously known for operated on the White Mountain branch, as well as Hillsborough branch freights.
Base Hillsborough branch.
Yes.
My favorite.
I tried to make something like the Hillsborough branch yesterday in trains, and I got as far as setting up the train, and then trains just locked up.
Oop.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was in a shitty mood the rest of the night.
That sucks.
Yeah, it just said,
It said, no, you will not be building.
Yeah, this is cool though.
Yeah,
Long
I'm
train on
glad
the
to
golf
see
course.
1127 get saved. I need to get my butt over to Danbury now that they have, well, they'll be having this and they have the electrics,
Yeah.
and I've got, like, free entry passes that we won at, CAMA, the Connecticut Antique Machinery Show. Oh, this is a good picture. I love the rainbow. I wish freight trades were more colorful, like they once were.
Yeah.
And this is like an excellent meme lineup. You've got an old school rail box, the Milwaukee Road, a Penn
Yeah.
Central green car, a B&M car, and I don't know what the rest of these things are, but
Southern, L&N, some sort line, maybe another L&N car. Yeah.
and then it's got the B&M caboose with like
Yeah.
the black, like it's the McGinnis scheme on the caboose, I think.
Yeah.
Hold on.
We need this in Geiger.
Yeah. Because famously, McGinnis was also head of the Boston and Maine, and I'm pretty sure he got sent to jail before he managed to gut the whole thing.
Damn.
Patrick M. McGinnis.
Yeah.
You silly dog.
Top
the
of the
ones
naughty
with-
list.
These are the ones with the stripes. There were ones with, like, the triangles, which I'm going to try to find that. If someone can jump on another piece of news, because that's all I wrote down. I wanted to have something nice and light and uplifting and, you know.
Yeah.
Well, something kind of adjacent to... Oh, go ahead, Chitter. You,
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Milky.
you spoke first.
One of you stop
Sorry.
being polite and talk.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay,
Um,
anyway. Staying on the preservation thing, our favorite kind of big standard gauge tourist rail to the east, the Western Maryland Scenic. They're doing a lot of things.
They're doing the hacking.
They're doing something all right.
So, well, yeah, they're doing a lot of things. I guess I'll start with the bad part. 1309 is down for rebuild. Apparently, it needs new pistons and rods.
They broke it.
cool. Well, we won't see 1309 for
Yeah.
the next 12 years.
Well, they're already selling
they'll-
tickets for it next year. Just kidding.
Yeah. Didn't you hear ticket sales are going live tomorrow?
Yeah.
It's done.
It'll run in a week. It's a week away.
Yeah. Can you believe it, guys? 1309
Just
in
a week away. Just a week away.
It's down for rebuild along with 734. So they're fundraising for that. Which is, I mean, that's good. They're fundraising for the thing, and I'm sure it'll happen. It's just it'll take a while.
Yeah.
But it's a steam engine. It's gonna
It breaks
do that.
itself.
Yeah, it's gonna do that.
At least it didn't like launch a piston like certain other
Yeah.
steam engines that we know.
Yeah, that's true.
Or a
Hey.
cylinder.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
your
What's up,
cupola
Ella?
privileges have been revoked.
Oh, hey, I've seen one of those.
This is a shoving platform. This is
Yeah, there's one by the former Pan Am yard at East Deerfield.
oh, rest in peace, Pan Am. Well,
P&M
this is
is quick
probably
enough of it.
that's probably that one. It might be.
I'll have to check. I have a photo of it.
No, my new favorite caboose is the MBTA work one that has a cab in the cupola and like a triple headlight, like headlight, two ditch lights, and like a bell and a horn and everything. That's my new favorite modern
That's cool.
caboose.
It's got an MU it's an MU caboose.
It's a cab car caboose.
This
I
is
saw it on the Grand Junction. Oh no, I saw it in a video, but I've seen it not doing the cab car thing on the Grand Junction branch as well.
Oh, okay. Just acting like a normal caboose, pretending.
Yeah, it was posing.
Yeah.
It's an imposter.
This is a great. I just posted another photo of the cupola-less caboose. This train is heading down the Turner's Falls branch.
So short. I love it.
It's not.
Love you, Jader.
It's not even taller than the hood of the shunter. That's so funny. I didn't know these. I don't know. Anyway, so what was the preservation thing, Jader?
Well,
They got an 80
as of
tonner, right?
yeah, they got an 80 tonner, and from what I can gather, they're going to use it on their new their new division, the Georges Creek Railroad.
Yeah, the WMSR. I don't know where they get the money for these things, especially if
I
they
don't
don't have the money to fix 1309. But they just
I
leased
don't
an
know either.
entire railroad.
Yeah, the thing that just it almost weirds me out. Yeah, with the money, it's just like the 1309 thing, the Georges Creek stuff, the 80 tonner. I think they got a new. No, I don't remember if they just got another new diesel or something.
The Georges Creek line apparently came with two GP9s.
Yeah,
Uh,
but but it's funny. It's like all this stuff was like I think they posted it like all within like a week or something.
yeah, where did they get the money for this?
They're doing stuff.
The ridiculous thing is, this is
Jesse, we have a railroad to run.
yeah, this is within a handful of miles of their current active track, like their end of track in Frostburg. They would have to go through the tunnel that I think they've just bricked up.
Yo, that's what I am right now.
Jesus Christ, another strike.
No, more strikes,
No, it's
please,
a
no
strike.
more strikes.
Horny on
Uh,
pod.
No,
horny
I'm
on
sorry.
pod.
I didn't
That's a
mean to.
strike.
I'm sorry. No, please don't.
Too
I'm
late.
sorry.
This is how you learn.
No.
Uh,
What's the record for most strikes on a single
I don't
podcast?
know, but you're not
Many.
bringing
I was
it.
just gonna start being
Yeah.
absurdly horny on the pod.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm gonna give one more way to get on at least one more strike.
they would have to go. They would have to go, like, through the town of Frostburg, head south, I think. Then they'd have to cross an interstate. But that would allow them to hook into the north end of the trackage they just started leasing.
Yeah, they could just do a Clark's Trading Post and just stop at the freeway.
Oh god. Oh, Clark's Trading Post finished the restoration of the climax they've got, by the way.
Ooh, guess I have to go back up there.
I have an article about that, and I forgot to send it in the chat, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that right now. It'll be in the cargoes for everybody.
Yeah, I guess we have another reason to go visit the Western Maryland.
Well,
I didn't even know these lines were so close to each other, and then I looked at it on a map and like, it's right there.
yeah, that was the first thing I asked when I found out they bought this. I was just like, all right, where? Where is it, though? Are they going to do... Is this like a Durbin and Greenbrier and Cass situation?
That'd be fun.
Well, I mean,
just connect all the tourist railroads together. You can take the train to the train.
I mean, I feel like all the tourist railroads are already connected together for the most part. Unless your name is the Black Hill Central.
Or the Oregon Coast Scenic.
Oh yeah, they're a little stuck out there, huh?
Yeah, they are. But hey, they have 15 steam engines.
They have 15 steam engines?
What?
Okay, because of the Kepner boys.
Oh god damn it.
That make up most of their steam production. Yeah, they're a thing.
Wait, they just like got all the rest of the Kepner boys?
Okay, so basically everything that had a connection to Oregon just went to the Oregon Coast Scenic.
Oh, okay,
outright.
so they got willed
They got willed a whole bunch of crap. And yeah.
Are they still in Kepner's backyard?
No. They moved 105 out there last year. They moved one of the tank engines out there. They moved a Pickering Numbering Company, say, and I think they moved part of 38 out there too. Yeah, they're an interesting organization. Good luck with all those engines.
Yeah, they're an interesting place.
Please sell us one.
Please sell us one. Spare change.
Sure.
I
I mean,
wonder
what
if
else are
Essex...
they going to do with all those?
Yeah, I don't know.
Coast?
Steamtown 2.
Goodness, I hope not.
All you need is someone to die in a small plane crash.
Yeah. Now, what we really need is a rich multimillionaire that can help us get the chassis back from Argentina.
Oh no. Okay, what is the chassis? I'll bite.
Okay, the chassis was a planned streamlined service that was done or conceived in the 40s by Robert Young, who famously went to the New York Central and did shit.
Okay.
He also was at the CNO at the time, and he had an eye for passenger train compared to his successor at the New York Central, Perlman.
Wait, what?
Ooh, Perlman.
I did not know that. Okay, I like this. I did not know this.
What, this
so,
guy?
No, I knew the chassis cars, like, when they canceled the train, they just kind of went wherever. I didn't know they went to Argentina. That's this is some fun lore. I love this.
Yeah, it's fun especially because they were still in active service until 2015.
Oh my god!
Oh, that rules. But don't break. But don't break.
But don't break. But they have been preserved.
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 That doesn't go to fly here, Milky.
I feel like "persaved" needs to go into the vernacular.
Oh, this is from
heritable.
Oh, this is from 2018. Why the hell is it?
Oh,
okay.
What? We got sent a 6-year-old article. Thank you.
Okay. It's still cool.
It
still
is.
Cool. Thank you, Argentina, for saving 10 of these cars.
10?
Yeah, 10.
Oh my god. It's a whole train.
Yeah, it's like the South American Saudi Zephyr. Except for there's photos of this one and not the other one.
Well, the other one's buried in the sands. It's going to be like the mummy's curse of of railroads.
It's a crown jewel in the middle of the desert. But anyway, so that's
They got to restore the Saudi Zephyr and run it along the line city.
Yes.
Lily.
All right. Do we want to Argentinian cat? I just noticed that was the name of your discussion topic.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk about Optifuel.
Okay, what is Optifuel?
Optifuel is a badass name, and they're a company. They're also a company, and they want to begin testing a prototype 5,600 horsepower zero emission renewable gas road locomotive in companion with a B unit. So
it does have a B unit.
It has a B unit with a 25. Oh, it's a fuel tender. Oh, it's not a B unit.
It's close enough.
I mean, there's still traction motors on it.
Yeah, it's basically a B. It's basically a B unit slug.
So this company aims to focus their zero emissions efforts on natural gas, whereas Wabtec and Progress Rail are focusing zero emissions efforts on hydrogen and battery electrics.
Mm-hmm.
So this company is basically just planning on building a new locomotive, and they're testing it, and it's going to be cool. And the graphic looks cool.
I'm gonna be honest,
graphic they have.
Yeah, the graphic looks awesome. It looks like something that's like, this is the last locomotive you unlock in Railroad Tycoon 3.
Yeah.
That's so fucking cool looking.
It kind of reminds me of F-69 in a way.
It does, but it's like pointed.
Yeah.
It's very angular.
Yeah.
Interesting. So the B unit is actually the fuel unit. It's where they'll keep extra hydrogen gas or natural gas, which I don't understand how they say natural gas in this article. It says it's renewable, but natural gas is not renewable.
It says it here. It says renewable natural gas is produced at municipal solid waste landfills, livestock manure, and wastewater treatment.
So
I guess
the same one.
So it's like
according to the US
poop
EPA,
train.
Carbon dioxide, water, and hydrogen sulfide are removed from the biogas when processing it for use as a fuel.
So it's a poop train. It runs on.
Yeah,
It's train.
it runs on
Congratulations,
farts.
we have now invented a train that runs on poop.
It'll have 0 well-to-wheel nitrogen oxides and particulate matter emissions and negative carbon intensity while simultaneously improving fuel cost and operating range by 25%.
That's cool. I hope it works. Honestly, I kind of hope that works.
I hope it
But
works.
also, apparently, these people, this isn't their first rodeo, apparently.
Really?
It says, as the designer and builder of the fuel cell, hydrogen storage, and battery modules for Sierra Northern Railway's hydrogen hybrid switcher
Oh,
locomotives,
that thing.
Optifuel is uniquely qualified to understand the strength and weaknesses of battery electric and hydrogen fuel cell hybrid locomotives, says the president of Optifuel. However, we now believe that RNG is the preferred path to zero.
I was waiting for somebody to say the phrase RNG locomotive because, god damn it.
Yeah.
I just love how they're like, yeah, we tried this first one, we tried the second one, now we're going to try the third one, because
Yeah.
that one's going to be the one.
Well,
It's even
like,
funnier the third time.
yeah, we can look back and see that the stuff that those other people are playing with, that sucks. We got a new idea.
The stuff that they hired us to make and we built because they paid us
Yeah.
money, that shit doesn't work. This new shit.
I just, if you're the engineer of an RNG locomotive and you're stuck at a red signal, do you call up dispatch and be like, all right, can I get to the next town or whatever? And dispatch says roll for initiative. I just
Where's
can't.
the next cow pie?
Yeah, we need to get a fart truck out here. Stat.
Yo, where's the guy that eats all the greasy food? Tell him to get him over here, burp.
You know,
Get
this,
the Taco
this
Bell
sounds like
over
an
here.
idea I had like in first grade.
Yeah, I was about to say a car powered by farts is exactly what I wanted when I was 10 years old.
We were right this whole time.
Anyway,
That's
all right,
pretty
yeah,
funny.
I'm glad a grown-up version of me is in charge of the Optifuel company and is making the RNG locomotive. We need the RNG. It's so good.
It sounds awesome, though.
Yeah, I think that's the title of the podcast. RNG locomotive. All right, TJ, you have like actual serious stuff. If we could do the end of the news and then wrap up. This is gonna be a short one, and I'm okay with that.
Let's do it.
Do we want to play Rare Order afterward?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Anyway, so where do I start?
I don't know. Where do you start?
I don't know. I guess I'll just as usual. I'm talking about fucking publicly owned trains.
Faves.
Here we go.
It's one
We're
of my
getting political
favorite topics.
again.
Yeah, everything's so
God damn it,
political.
TJ.
This is my nonpartisan public rail take. I guess we'll just start like at the most like sort of not. I don't know. We'll start here. The head of California High Speed Rails Agency is stepping down.
Damn.
The CEO is stepping down until they find, or he will be stepping down after they find a replacement.
Well, that's good.
He's resigning, which is always a good sign.
Yeah.
I have a quite slight unrelated question because I just saw a picture of one. Do
Okay.
Via Rail or do CN? Are there any preserved CN box cabs?
Yes. They are.
I think there's
Box
one.
cabs?
Like the electric ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
I
preserved.
think there's one.
There's two. I think there's one up in Canada still, and then there's one that was in Connecticut until it got moved
Was it
somewhere
Connecticut?
Yeah, it was weird.
That's terrible. I feel bad for that thing.
But I think it went back up to Canada.
Yeah, there's one in a museum and there's one in a park,
Yeah.
Interesting.
as far as I can
Thanks.
tell.
Sorry, I was just curious.
Oh, it's all good. All good, dude.
So the CEO says that he took this job with the intent to stabilize the organization, to have it perform better, and to try and get reinvestment of public funds in the project. And, quote, I feel good about it. I feel like I've achieved much of that. This project is also on an uptick, and it's time for it to transition to the next generation of leader for its next phase.
Okay. Sure.
Mango gobbles.
Yeah.
He said his move is in part to spend more time with his family, and in part to see the agency prepare for the start of rail service.
Okay.
Uh,
I guess
Yay.
props to him for being like, yeah, the next part of this is not what I know how to do. So,
yeah. He says, "quote
Yeah.
It's the right time now to bring in somebody specifically with passenger rail operations experience at a high level, at a chief executive level." So yeah, he doesn't. He was like, "This is not my thing. Bye."
yeah. And then
This
they're going to be
isn't
like,
my thing.
we've hired this fella. He was head of Amtrak. His name is Richard Anderson.
Oh no.
We hired a guy from an airline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another small piece of news: Brattleboro, Vermont. Amtrak is going to be building a new high-level platform, the first high-level platform in Vermont, in Brattleboro.
I,
Currently, the passenger shelter lives in or shares the old Union Station with a art museum, but it sounds like a pretty bare bones waiting area for it being an old station, which is kind of sad. But what were you gonna say, Ellis? Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's just that this is a neat development because I mean Brattleboro had like 15,000 riders last year or something like that, which is not bad at all. Uh, I'm just gonna check my numbers on that. Brattleboro, Vermont train station. Uh, the interesting thing about Brattleboro is it would be the northern terminus of this line that was proposed a while ago that would go down the other like leg of north south rail to New London. Uh, and they had the Connecticut Department of Transportation, being the foamers they are, had brought up doing this with RDCs like 10 years ago, or longer perhaps, and then shelved the project because you're not just going to get a bunch of RDCs to run passenger service, like a genuine, normal passenger
Yeah.
service.
Yeah.
But hopefully,
Not with that attitude.
yeah, I mean, if they end up making the station nice and making it feasible as a terminating point for this other service, or even as a pass-through point, just making the idea of running more trains into Vermont more attractive, then we could see more go on with passenger rail network. Like
Yeah. Yeah,
the
this definitely will. It also, I mean, it sets a precedent that they're committed to, expanding like passenger rail just in general in Vermont, which is a good sign.
yeah,
I would love to go visit Vermont.
Vermont is a cool
Brattleboro is a
place.
really I've been to Vermont. Well, yeah, of course. I've been I've been to Brattleboro, I meant to say. And it's a really really neat small town. It's like Fitchburg but cool. There's a really
Okay,
like cool local
I'll try to
art.
come out there this summer. We'll go to Brett.
Yeah, there's a really neat
We'll
art
go to.
scene out there, like local art scene. There's a really good brewery that only has sour beers, which is really cool. That's like the most like hipster thing
My
to
friend Sarah
say,
would love that. She
obviously.
loves her sours.
But there's like a bunch of co-ops there. Like there's a restaurant in like what used to be like a freight depot or something, I'm guessing. But now that this Amtrak station's going to be there, it's going to be like a whole new destination.
So do you want like more of
Yeah.
the background on this, because I just found some.
Yeah, well,
Um,
I have the quote that says what they're building. If you want me to read
I
that.
have why they're building,
Oh, okay, go ahead.
which is a little fascinating, and it has to do with the art museum. Um, so they did announce this plan in 2020, full length high level platform, first such in the state, etc., etc. Um, the building that is the current station is leased to the art museum by the town for $1 per year. Because the museum doesn't own the structure, they're not able to raise money to repair the building. And in 2018, the museum requested that the town sell the building to them to allow that kind of fundraising and work. Uh, in October 2021, the town proposed to transfer ownership of the station building to the museum, contingent on Amtrak vacating its portion by mid-2024. So Amtrak is basically getting pushed into building the station because the art museum can't fix the station building.
You know what? That's really cool.
That's a series of dominoes that I didn't expect.
It's really cool that the state's like, no, you have to, like, they need to repair the building, so you guys need to leave. Sorry. Like,
Yeah.
build a new station if you guys want to stay.
They're expecting to begin construction in 2024. And you can, please describe what is getting built.
Yeah, so we're gonna have, they're gonna be rebuilding New England Central's track and switches and a new 345-foot long platform, 48 inches above the rail. The new station includes a 36-seat waiting area, a restroom, and a covered outdoor area with bench seating. It will also have an electric snow melting system. The full project construction cost has been estimated at $7.4 million. Amtrak has already spent $1.7 million on track work and $1 million on design.
Hold on, it's
Very
it's
cool.
gonna have an electric heating system. Is that like for the platform?
An electric snow melting system. I would assume that means for the platform and like the
That's
sidewalks and stuff.
that's cool. I want that at my house. Uh, anyway, yeah, that's really neat. Also, the new station should include some artwork from the Brattleboro Words project, which I don't know what that is, but I assume it has something to do with the art museum. Uh,
Word.
yeah. Oh, speaking of passenger shelters, uh, I think Providence or the MBTA or RIPTA or whoever the hell is in charge of it is currently looking at the like what is going to be the head house for the Pawtucket Central Falls station, because they're not just going to leave it with no head house at all and no proper bathrooms and whatever.
Oh, well, that's good.
So,
I didn't realize they were building a head house.
yeah, I'm glad to hear it as well, because if I ever have to do counts there in the wintertime, I swear to God, there's no place to get warm in a mile radius. So, anyway, it's going to be interesting to see these stations go up.
Yes. Another very interesting thing. The Avelias are back.
Yo!
According to a tweet, they're cleared to test up to, or they have been testing up to 120, 130 miles an hour the other night.
Oh, really?
That's what it says
Well,
on
cool.
Twitter.
I'm glad to see that they're. I'm glad to hear that they're moving again. Actually, no, we had another article about this. I think.
Yes, the New York Times article.
About them passing the test. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we have two articles right here. The first one was the computer modeling thing, which is what was holding them up in the first place.
Yeah, so the trains article, it's kind of funny. The trains article is just like reporting that it's like reading the New York Times article and talking about it basically. But the New York Times reported that finally come past the computer modeling test. It's set for tryouts and it has no date for when it can carry passengers. That's the basic headline.
Well, it still doesn't have a snack car, does it?
I don't know.
Wasn't that the hang up? Some sort of issue with they didn't design the snack car properly, or?
I thought that was the Arrow.
Oh, was it? Okay. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm coming through to see.
The trains have dealt with a problem with pantographs that lost contact with the catenary wire and need to increase the weight over some wheels to improve behavior on the curves of the Northeast Corridor, and an issue with the wheel sets found through computer modeling. Oh god, an issue with wheel sets. It's like the SL all over again. But it's good to see that they're running again, even if they don't have a definitive entry of service date, because we keep talking about how the SLs are like dying. Like that.
Yeah. They're doing that. Yeah. But this Twitter post has a little video. That's the number 2 article.
Oh, okay.
And it's just a video of it zooming by.
I like zooming. I still have never got the chance to see them in testing.
Yeah, I still haven't seen them either. It'd be really cool to see them.
But I suppose
Uh,
Achilles,
I
you were a real, you were a real OG because you would keep telling me, oh, they're testing now, go see it, and I'm like, I can't, I'm at work.
I want to see one,
I want to
like
see one
really
too.
bad.
I'm sure we will eventually. I mean, eventually they're going to be in service. Remember when seeing an ACS 64 was like, wow, look, one of the new ones.
No,
Yeah,
I never had that because I knew
Well,
what they were replacing.
well, okay. I don't think it's the knowledge that made the difference.
Julius, I remember you being in Rhode Island and foaming over them, so I don't want to hear it.
Well, in fairness, 2016 was the first time I saw one. So it's cool the first time, and then they were never cool again.
That's what that was the point. That's what Ellis said.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Everything that is cool and then eventually becomes mundane is cool and then eventually becomes mundane. It's
Anyway,
you know,
the circle of cool.
yeah, the circle. Thank you.
It's the circle of cool.
That's how that works.
I think TJ's always at the top of the circle of cool.
Yeah.
Always ready to fall all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't
There
fall.
is
That's
no
the point.
top
That
of
was
the
the point of that
circle, though.
statement, is that you're not falling.
I could fall all the way
There
to
is
the
no
bottom
top of
at
the
any
circle, though.
moment.
It's always rotating.
Wait, why is the circle like vertical? I thought it'd just be like flat on the table.
It's 3D.
Then it's not a circle. It's a sphere.
No, it's just
Yes.
standing up vertical.
No, where's the
Assume a perfectly
Oh, yeah.
spherical cool.
It's
really
spherical.
spherical circle?
Spherical.
Okay, well, on the coolness sphere, where is public ownership of railroads?
Freaking wherever the coolest part of the cool circle is.
The cool zone.
If it's
So
anything
this
like my
is-
pillow, it's the backside.
So this is a cool article from Jacobin magazine. I didn't post this article. Someone else did, but I do actually subscribe to this magazine. I have like a bunch of their issues in print behind me. And this will probably be, they have like a quarterly magazine. And so this article will probably be in the next magazine. But anyway,
Okay.
so this is by labor writer Alex Press. She covered a lot of the SAG-AFTRA strikes for Jacobin. She also covered East Palestine, I think, a little bit, and like the labor No, she covered the rail strike, not East Palestine. But anyway, she has an interview with a what is his title? It's all the way at the bottom, and I was at the top, of course. He is a fellow at the Stone Inequality Initiative at Brown University. His name is Maddock Thomas.
Oh, hey, I know
He's
where
writing.
that is.
Yeah, I know, right? He's writing a policy paper on public rail ownership for Railroad Workers United, which is a union of railroad workers, if you couldn't figure that out. So basically, the article goes into, how did we get here? What's going on with the railroads, that kind of thing.
It does talk about PSR a fair bit.
It does talk about PSR. Yeah, the guy cites PSR as being like one of the root causes for where we're at.
I'm so annoyed that the existence of PSR in its current form and just being like the sort of Sears method of, well, let's just, suck this industry dry and make as much money as we can in the short term undercuts what precision scheduled railroading, like just those words should mean together. Like that's always been a thing.
Mm-hmm.
That is just the thing that railroads do. Make sure train X is at location A by 9:30 so it can meet the train going the other direction. But no, precision scheduled railroading doesn't mean running the railroad now. It means gutting the railroad.
Yeah, and that's a little bit of like in the how did we get here, the state of rail in the United States section. They kind of go into that a lot. They talk about the consolidation of rail. They talk about class 2 and 3 railroads. It talked about actually there's one little section that the state of U.S. rail that I thought was kind of interesting. That the that Thomas brings up the point that there's more public rail ownership in the United States already than you'd think because of deregulation.
What do you mean?
I gotta read this.
So it says a lot of the Class 1s started trying to cut service and sell off some of these smaller lines, which, though not immensely profitable, were critical to a lot of communities, especially rural ones, and for agriculture. Every state except Hawaii has some sort of publicly owned rail line.
Really?
They are rarely operated by the state, but they're state-owned and controlled, or contracted out to be operated or leased to one of those other Class 2 or 3 short line operators to continue to provide service. State provides funding for the infrastructure and improvements so that you still have real service to this community that otherwise would have been cut off.
Okay, so the operative term there is that they're owned, though not operated by.
Well, this is kind of foreshadowing for the public ownership vision and that this guy has, or this guy brings up as options for public ownership, and we get into that in a bit.
Yeah, no, I just needed that clarification, and I'm glad it was there, because I was like, what do you mean this public stuff in every state? It's like, what is the state of Rhode Island running? It's like they're not running anything. They just own the track. They own the land. They have long parks.
Yeah.
And they actually cite one that I didn't really know about. One of the better known and best operated railroads is the municipally owned Madison Railroad in Madison, Indiana. They took an abandoned rail line from Conrail and have revitalized their local community and brought a good number of industries to town because they have a publicly owned and operated railroad.
Never heard of it. I guess that's the point.
I hadn't heard of it either, and it was kind of neat. And then one of the last points in this section that I'll bring up is that he says, looking back at U.S. history, federal land grants led to a lot of the transcontinental railroads. We gave free land to different railroad corporations with the condition that they would just build the railroad. According to some estimates, 10% of the landmass of the United States was given away for free to rail corporations, along with federally backed debt to fund the construction.
That sounds incredible. I had never heard the 10% figure before. That's absolutely absurd. I mean, I don't know if that's accurate, but...
It's from JSTOR. They cite JSTOR, actually.
Right.
Railroad land grant rates in 1850 to 1945.
Right, but didn't they say something like... didn't they say something like by some estimates?
According to some estimates, this JSTOR
yeah.
estimate, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting, but it just goes to underscore, like, this country grew up around the railroad like nothing else on Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they talk about the Staggers Act. Talk about Conrail, Penn Central. Here's a little poll
podcast chat so we can come back to it later.
Oh, it'll be in the cargoes.
Oh, right.
I'll send it when I'm done reading.
Okay.
So one of the little pull quotes before we leave this section, it says, Conrail saved railroading in the Northeast and eventually became profitable, which was their goal. The moment it became profitable, Congress sold it off. Obviously, that's with no context, but that's a little thing that they pulled out there.
Yeah, although that is
a pretty good way to think about it.
That is a really decent summary of Conrail, you know?
Yeah.
They were never super profitable, though. Like, that's the thing. They were only kind of profitable.
Well, kind of profitable is a lot more profitable than they were at the beginning. And it's a lot more profitable than Penn Central.
But this is where things for me really got interesting, because, you know, all that other stuff, you watch a Well, There's Your Problem episode and you get all that context. And I'm sure most of the audience knows the context for where we're at.
All 5 people. We're up to 5.
Well, no, maybe this will be an episode that gets picked up by the algo. You never know, okay?
Yeah. And then we'll have 45,000 people watch up until the intro rolls and then leave.
They'll wake up and go, oh, what is this? And then turn it off.
They'll wake up. Yeah. Wow.
It's just been like, auto playing.
Just fall asleep with this in the background.
Yeah. And the intro wakes you up just like, oh.
Yeah, anyway, so Alex Press asks, what would public ownership look like in the United States? And Maddox says, it says there are different perspectives on this, but a publicly owned railroad would have to be a service-first railroad for passengers, but also businesses across the United States, from rural agricultural to factories near port cities, doing so would require a massive shift. The plan put forth by railroad workers about a century ago entails having the federal government buy out the railroads and then having a railroad corporation governed by a board composed of 1/3 appointed for the public interest by the president, a third by management, and a third by union employees.
I've seen this one before.
Okay.
That's an
It's
arrangement.
called the USRA.
I like that.
Yeah, it says. I mean, they don't really elaborate on developed plan put forth by railroad workers about a century ago. But yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Goes,
Like,
I
don't know. Does that work? Does that not? I don't know.
I don't know. That's what I mean. It says the rates charged would be a certain amount of the operating costs plus a percentage of the capital costs, the maintenance and the bonds. But if they were able to reduce the operating costs rather than keeping that money and buying back shares or giving dividends to shareholders as we see now, those cost savings would be distributed to the public in the form of decreasing freight rates, making it cheaper to transport things by rail, which would then attract customers off of the roads, which would be better for congestion, for the environment, for smog, etc.
Mm-hmm.
It would also be used for improvements of service, perhaps to fund electrification, as well as faster rail service for passengers by improving track quality. The first priority would be improving the infrastructure and service. That's one proposal. And then he brings up this other proposal called the model of open access. He says internationally, it comes along with the neoliberal trend towards everything needing to be a market, but it's popular in the United States, including among a number of people in the Railway Workers United. This model is of the railways as a steel highway, and that it would be publicly owned infrastructure with access based on different levels of access charges to different rail operators to provide competition for service.
Huh.
So this is
that sounds like reciprocal switching a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. It says if we allow open access, you're only going to have competition on the few lines that are super profitable, which are primarily bulk commodities, coal, stone, and the like, and intermodal containers. You're not going to see service to any of the industry that's less profitable and predominantly based in rural communities. So that's their counter
so
to
they're
that.
saying that reciprocal switching doesn't solve the problem of the places that aren't particularly profitable. They'll just keep getting ignored, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. I suppose that's not I suppose you don't really consider the things that are served poorly aren't served poorly because the railroad is like just drowning in other stuff to do. They're served poorly because the railroad does not care. And another railroad probably also does not care.
Exactly. Another private operator has no incentive to care. They're not going
to.
Yeah.
One of my favorite cross streets out here, the Willamette Valley Railway, is a perfect example of this, where they literally don't care.
One of the counters here is we need to have a guarantee that rail service will be available on our national network and can't just come and go as different operators enter and exit the market, which has been a problem with privatization in the UK. And the his final counter to this like open access model, when you separate infrastructure from operations, a number of studies have concluded that you get much worse maintenance. So that is a concern that if we have federally owned infrastructure that is not also in some way affiliated with an operator that operates over those rail lines. It may be slightly different if we have a publicly owned infrastructure, because a lot of times that separation has happened through privatization, such as in Europe or the UK or New Zealand, but it's something that we should be concerned with. But so his opinion is that it says, I think a public rail system that would work for the United States is somewhere in the middle of these two models. From research I've done on New Zealand, on British rail, and on the current liberalization, which is what they're calling this open access movement in the European Union, I'm skeptical that open access alone can be a model for the United States. The rail corporations would not love having to pay for the maintenance on the railroads and just operate trains on the lines that are super profitable. Speaking of profitable lines, here comes a
Here comes the something.
Northeast Regional to Newport News.
This is
Yay.
67. That's not the night owl, but it's like the last one before that.
Yeah, and then they go on to talk about some examples that exist. Switzerland, they cite, which is one that I don't hear a lot cited. Cited a lot. It's a large. They have a large state operator, provides superb service to both passenger and freight. They have regional rail lines that might be owned in some cases by private enterprises, but predominantly by regional governments. Talks about Chinese National Railway, India's National Railway, and their investment in infrastructure. Talks about stacks under wires.
This is quite an article.
Yeah,
Based
it's
as
really
fuck.
long. Yeah, I didn't feel that bad reading chunks of the article because it's so long and extensive. You could really pick out a lot more than from what I've read, but it's really interesting, and it's cool that it's not just someone like opining about what we should, like what we could work towards. It's like a guy who's talked to, like actual rank and file people in the unions that run the thing.
Yeah.
PJ, if this has 642 on it, I'll give you a high five.
Okay.
All right.
If there's something that I appreciate, it's a discussion with some I would say nuance, but this isn't really what I mean. What I suppose I mean is something that's very clearly thought through, instead of the memes that we throw around all the time. Oh, we should put up the wire, put up the dang wires, or never forget what they took from us. Talking about trolleys or freight served industrial parks, or shipped by, just the mantras. This is more than that. This is a lot more than that. This is, here's my proposal for how I would run a municipally owned railway, a municipally operated railway.
It's really interesting because it's like for me, a lot of the time, like I'm totally for like a publicly owned railway, but then sometimes like someone people have asked me in the past, like, oh well, like what would that even look like, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and it takes time, it takes a lot of digging to sort of understand all the moving pieces. I feel like you could read this article 100 times over and not understand what all you would really need in that situation. But it almost feels like, and I don't want to, this isn't disparagement at all, it almost feels like somebody's world building, It's like, I went through and I figured out how this should work.
Yeah, it's a good it's definitely a good place to start, and then really dig deeper from what you learn in an article like this.
Yeah. I appreciate proper journalism with lots of thought put into it,
That's why I like Jacobin. They've got some great writers over there.
Sure seems to be. All right. I think that'll wrap up our news brief. There are some other things we could jump into, but we're just about at the perfect time to close out the show.
I think you're perfect, Ellis.
Which means, thank you. Which means, do we have any maintenance away stuff? I haven't updated the website to say that we're going to be at the Big E, but we'll be there. Look for us, Providence Northern. Look for all the foamers walking around. Well, we'll be indistinguishable from everybody else, but you know the way it is. I should just put up the picture of Jader again. Like, look for this man. Have you seen this man?
Where's the? We need to just compile from all the trip pictures everybody that's going to be there, and then Photoshop in everybody that we don't have.
Photoshop in just like Well, what we need to do is I need to get like T-shirts or something to sell on the website and have everyone get one.
Yeah, hats or something.
Or
pins.
Hats.
We need pins.
Pins, yeah. Something.
The pin.
Something identifiable. Unless, of course, you don't want to be associated with us, which is understandable.
Leave Discord.
The Northeast Regional to Boston is 2 minutes early right now.
Hey, why are you checking?
It says it right on the
it says it right there.
It does say right there.
Why are you checking? All right, speaking of
654 leading.
Speaking of which, any guesses for latest train in Amtrak?
Well, I know for a fact that number 6 got out really, really late yesterday. So I'm going to say number 6.
Okay.
Hmm. I'm gonna say Westbound Sunset Limited.
Westbound Sunset.
Is there one?
Let me double check. Yeah, Sunset Limited to Los Angeles is on system.
Okay.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Miami.
My favorite Geiger suburbs. Mine would have to be the southbound Crescent. I feel like they've been done bad.
Okay, yeah,
I
Southbound
don't know
Crescent.
why.
Hold on. Is one on system? Yes. Yes, there is one
Hey.
on system. Oh, there are two, actually. Okay. TJ?
I'm gonna go with the eastbound Zephyr.
Eastbound Zephyr. Okay.
Hey! Asshole.
Alright. The Crescent. Let's start with that because it's almost off system. It is pulling into New Orleans right now. It is 27 minutes late.
Okay.
And the other one is 9 minutes late at Charlottesville,
Okay.
Virginia. The westbound Sunset Limited is on time at Benson, Arizona. And the eastbound California Zephyr, let's see. This one right here is 37 minutes late at Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
This one is 3 hours and 19 minutes late at Truckee, California. But it is not
Ooh.
the latest. It is not the latest train in Amtrak. Yeah, no, it just left, and it's 3
Okay.
hours late. It left Emeryville
Ooh.
3 hours late.
Oh, okay.
However, California Zephyr to Chicago most recently departed Creston, Iowa, 13 hours and 8 minutes late, and it is by far the latest train in Amtrak. So, congratulations. O'Gillies, when you know what's up, you know what's up.
Yeah, well, and I just know that because my dad saw it in daylight in Salt Lake City yesterday.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, you get the heads up. It's like, oh, it's like 12 hours late. Oh, crap. How late was it at Salt Lake City? It was 10 hours and 26 minutes late at Salt Lake City. So, yeah. We also have a 2-hour late Blue Water, a 1 hour late
that one.
Keystone, a 1.5 hour late Piedmont, and
What's Lakeshore Limited doing?
I'll check on that in a second. There's a service
Sometime.
disruption Coast Starlight.
Oop.
That probably will end up being the latest train,
Might be.
but it is not currently.
Yeah, the Lakeshore Limited is 15 minutes late. That's doing just fine. All right, and that's
Okay,
that's
good.
that. Of course, we got to do the terminations. Which thanks,
Okay.
Achilles.
Yep, of course. Can you guys believe it? The obnoxiously large E is just a week away.
Just with 4 points. Milky?
Can you make it 5?
No. Milky, I don't know what this is supposed to be, but it doesn't work.
It doesn't work? Why does it not work? Oh, L. Okay then. I'll get you an actual photo, but it's supposed to be the Willamette Valley Railway at GY.
Okay. Something cool.
Yeah.
I usually try to throw in some minor news piece. Let's see. I don't really have anything that I think is that I think works. And I'm all the way at the end. So do you have that set up, Milky?
I fixed it.
Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. The Willamette Valley Railway at Greer Y. This is a big photo.
It is a big photo.
Okay, Jader?
So this kind of blew my mind a couple days ago, but the man, the myth, the legend, oversimplified, who releases like 1 or 2 videos a year, released the second part of the Punic War, and I'm so hyped.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't sat down and actually watched it yet, but I will.
All right, TJ?
I sent a video of the Avalia testing in New Jersey.
Oh, thank you. I will watch that. I'm gonna open it now. I guess I'll. How long is the? How long until the? At what point does the avail you go by?
I'm trying to figure that out myself.
Oh, there it
not
is.
tonight.
It's like 2 minutes 30 seconds. Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, 2:02. It starts to come into frame.
Yeah.
It's cool. It looks sleek. I'm looking.
They look cool.
I'm looking
They
forward
look
to see
really
them
cool.
around. Even with the
I think-
with the goofy like corners that don't line up.
I think it's time that America has like some modern looking high speed equipment. So I think they look cool.
Nah, I mean I do like the Acellas sort of looking like angry bricks. We should have gone back to the Metro liners, honestly.
Yeah.
Metroliner 3.
Yeah, just like what is aerodynamics anyway?
Yeah.
I mean, they would be really cool for like some of these corridor services that they're announcing.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if Compass Rail and the New Haven line were all electrified and they use Metroliners.
Yo.
I'm gonna say I'm just gonna say that people like trains because
true.
the Pawtucket Central Falls station, which I mentioned earlier, which does not have a head house, it is just a couple of platforms and an overhead walkway. It still saw tens of thousands of riders in its first year open, so it's good. It's good. People like trains. I'd like to think.
Let's see that many people ride a truck.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you all for being on. Thank you to whoever runs this camera, Railside Live, as usual. Thanks to our viewers and Steve and Wes, because without them we would not have our trading cards, which you can buy at our website.
Or Locomotive Versus.
Yeah, and Locomotive Versus and all that jazz.
Yeah, isn't it like?
Oh, damn!
What?
Buffalo had a kick to tie it, and he hit it wide right. There's a minute and 43 left. Kansas City's gonna win it.
Oh my god. Oh
Is
my
Taylor
He
Swift
missed
right?
it.
No.
Yes.
Well,
He missed
Taylor
it wide right.
Taylor Swift is going to write a song about this.
Um,
All right. Anyway, and in case of an emergency, call Conrail. Bye.
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 Happy 25 years to the
Goodbye.
local base.